Colonel, when you learned of Santiago's letter to the NIS, you held a meeting with your two senior officers, is that right?
Yes.
The platoon commander, Lieutenant Jonathan Kendrick, and the company commander, Captain Matthew Markinson.
Yes.
And at present, Captain Markinson is dead, is that right?
Objection. I would like to know what the defense counsel is implying.
I'm implying simply that at present, Captain Markinson is not alive.
Well, surely Colonel Jessup doesn't need to appear in this courtroom to confirm that information.
I just wasn't sure if the witness was aware that 2 days ago, Captain Markinson took his own life with a .45 caliber pistol.
The witness is aware, the court is aware, and now the jury is aware. We thank you for bringing this important information to our attention. Move on, Counselor.
Yes, ma'am. Colonel, at the time of this meeting, you gave Lieutenant Kendrick an order, is that right?
I told Kendrick to tell his men that Santiago is not to be touched.
And did you give Markinson an order as well?
I ordered Markinson to have Santiago transferred off the base immediately.
Why?
I felt his life might be in danger once word of the letter got out.
Grave danger?
Is there any other kind?
Colonel, this is the transfer order that you and Markinson co-signed, ordering that Santiago be lifted on a flight leaving Guantanamo at 6 in the morning. Was this the first flight off the base?
The 0600 was the first flight off the base.
Colonel, you flew up to Washington early this morning, is that right?
Yes.
I noticed you're wearing your Class A dress uniform for your appearance in court today.
As are you, Lieutenant.
Did you wear that uniform on the plane?
Your Honor, is this dialogue relevant to anything in particular?
The defense didn't have an opportunity to depose this witness. Your Honor, we'd ask the court for a little latitude.
A very little latitude.
Colonel,
I wore my fatigues on the plane.
and you brought your dress uniform with you.
Yes.
Toothbrush, shaving kit, change of underwear?
Your Honor.
Is the Colonel's underwear a matter of national security?
Get somewhere fast with this, Lieutenant.
Yes, ma'am. Colonel,
I brought a change of clothes and some personal items.
thank you. After Dawson and Downey's arrest on the night of the 6th, Santiago's barracks room was sealed and its contents inventoried. 4 pairs of camouflage pants, 3 long-sleeve khaki shirts, 3 short-sleeve khaki shorts, 4 boots, 4 pairs of red socks, 4 pairs of green socks.
Your Honor, is there a question in our future?
I'm wondering why Santiago wasn't packed. Colonel, these are the telephone records from your base in the past 24 hours. After being subpoenaed to Washington, you made 3 phone calls. I've highlighted those calls in yellow. Do you recognize those numbers?
I called Colonel Fitzhughes in Quantico, Virginia to let him know I'd be in town. The second call was to Congressman Richmond of the House Armed Services Committee. And then I called my sister Elizabeth.
Why'd you make that call, sir?
I thought she might like to have dinner
Your
tonight.
Honor.
I'm going to put a stop to this now.
Your Honor, these are the telephone records from Gitmo for July 6th. And these are 14 letters Santiago wrote in 9 months, requesting, in fact begging, for a transfer off the base. Upon hearing the news that he was finally being transferred, do you know how many people Santiago called? 0. Nobody. Not 1 call to his parents saying he was finally getting out. Not 1 call to a friend saying, can you pick me up at the airport? Santiago was asleep in his bed at midnight, and according to you, he was getting on a plane in 6 hours. And everything he owned was folded neatly in a footlocker and hanging neatly in a closet. You were leaving for 1 day, and you packed a bag and made 3 phone calls. Santiago was leaving for the rest of his life. He hadn't packed a thing, and he hadn't called a soul. Can you explain that? The fact is, Santiago wasn't going anywhere. Isn't that right, Colonel?
Objection. Your Honor, it's clear that Daniel Cappy's intention here today is to smear a high-ranking Marine official in the desperate hope that the mere appearance of impropriety will win him points for the jury. It is my recommendation, ma'am, that Lieutenant Cappy be reprimanded and that the witness be released with the court's deepest apologies.
The objection is overruled.
Your Honor.
Noted.
Colonel, is this funny?
No, it's not. It's tragic.
Do you have an answer?
Absolutely. And my answer is that I don't have the first damn clue. Maybe Santiago was an early riser and he liked to pack in the morning. Maybe he didn't have any friends. I'm an educated man, but I'm afraid that I can't speak intelligently on the travel habits of William Santiago. What I do know is that he was set to leave the base at 0600 that morning. Now, are these really the questions I was called here to answer? Phone calls and footlockers? Please tell me of something more, Lieutenant. 2 Marines are on trial for their lives. Please tell me their lawyer hasn't pinned their hopes to a phone bill. Any further questions for me, Counselor?
Lieutenant? Lieutenant, do you have anything further for this witness?
Thanks, Danny. I love Washington.
Excuse me. I didn't dismiss you.
I beg your pardon.
I'm not through with my examination. I didn't dismiss you. Sit down.
Colonel!
What's that?
I want this man to address me as Colonel or Sir. I believe I've earned it.
Counsel will address the witness as Colonel or Sir.
I don't know what the hell kind of outfit you're running around here.
And the witness will address this court as Judge or Your Honor. I'm quite certain I've earned it. Take your seat, Colonel.
What would you like to discuss now? My favorite color?
Colonel, you said the 6 a.m. flight was the first one off the base.
Yes.
There wasn't a flight that left 7 hours earlier and landed at Andrews Air Force Base at 2 in the morning?
I thought we went over this.
Your Honor, in just a moment, defense will be calling Airman Cecil O'Malley and Airman Anthony Perez to the stand. They were working the ground crew on the night of the 6th.
Your Honor, these men weren't on the list.
Rebuttal witnesses, Your Honor, called specifically to refute testimony offered under direct examination.
I'll allow the witnesses.
Colonel, a moment ago...
Just check the tower logs, for Christ's sake.
We'll get to the airmen in just a minute, sir. A moment ago, you said that you ordered Kendrick to tell his men that Santiago wasn't to be touched.
That's correct.
And Kendrick was clear on what you wanted?
Crystal.
Any chance Kendrick ignored the order?
Ignored the order?
Any chance he just forgot about it?
No.
Any chance Kendrick left your office and said the old man is wrong?
No.
When Kendrick talked to the platoon and told them not to touch him, any chance they ignored him?
Have you ever served in an infantry unit, son?
No, sir.
Have you ever served in a forward area?
No, sir.
Have you ever put your life in another man's hands? Asked him to put his in yours?
No, sir.
We follow orders, son. We follow orders or people die. It's that simple. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear?
Crystal. Before I call Airman O'Malley, I just have one last question. If you gave an order that Santiago wasn't to be touched, then why would it be necessary to transfer him off the base?
I'm sorry, would you repeat the question?
If you told Kendrick to tell his men that Santiago wasn't to be
Santiago's
touched...
being transferred because he was a substandard
That's
Marine.
not what you said. You said Santiago was being transferred because he was in danger. I
Yes,
said
that-
grave danger. You said grave danger.
I recall
I can have
when
the court reporter read back your
I
statement.
don't need it read back to me.
Then
like
why
a
did you
damn-
order it? Colonel, why would it be necessary to transfer him off the base? Sir, you made it clear just a moment ago that your men never take matters in their own hands. Your men follow orders or people die. So Santiago shouldn't have been in any danger at all, should he have, Colonel. You see, it's a paradox. A paradox is a word that
You
means...
little
Your
bastard.
Honor, I'd like to request a recess.
I'd like an answer to the question, Judge.
That makes 2 of us.
If Santiago wasn't to be touched, then why would he have to be transferred? Kendrick ordered the code break, didn't he, Colonel? Because that's what you told Kendrick to do.
Objection!
And when it went bad, you cut these guys loose. The markets inside a phony transfer order.
Matt,
You're
please.
worse than doctor. I asked for the fourth
You
time.
want answers?
I'm entitled to them.
You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth! Because the truth is that we live in a world that has walls. And those walls need to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You! You, Lieutenant Weinberg! I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You weep for Santiago and you curse the Marines. You have that luxury. The luxury of the blind. The luxury of not knowing what I know. That Santiago's death, while tragic, probably saved lives. And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. You can't handle it. Because deep down, in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. We use words like honor, code, loyalty. We use these words as a backbone to a life spent defending something. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I prefer you just said thank you and went on your way. Otherwise, I suggest you pick up a weapon and stand a post. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you're entitled to.
You ordered the code red.
I did the job.
You ordered the code red.
Goddamn right I did.
Please, the court. I recommend the members be dismissed so we can move to an immediate Article 39A session. The witness has rights. Jack.
I concur.
The sergeant at arms will escort the members to an anteroom where they will await further instructions.
What the hell is going on? Captain, what the hell is going on? I'm not familiar with Article 39A.